They say Sierra got the moves. Sierra got them curves. Let me put you up on my swag, keep up with the Peter. I got stories deep like they might open you some lines to add some tracks. Hook a hand, it's like a head on my back, run it back. Guess I'm just at the racks. You're beautiful, she wanna mess on my back.
What's going on, DMV? This is your boy Emore'J Couture, the fashion specialist of Washington, D.C. Okay, last week we talked about some good things. Mostly, I talked about some few negative things, like how not to hang with those jabookas. Remember we talked about that? So with every negative, you definitely have to have a positive. So the positive aspect that I'm going for this week is bringing you an influential model from the Washington, D.C. area. Actually, he was residing in the Washington, D.C. area, and he actually came from Texas. He's doing it real big down here with sitcoms and TV. You guys are definitely going to want to stay in tune for this because he has an awesome story to tell you. So without further ado, I want to introduce you all to JERMAIN MCNEAL, one of Washington, D.C.'s top model. And trust and believe, just because it's D.C. baby doesn't mean he's not a top model.
Well, what's up, DMV? It's your boy Jermaine. Yo, thanks for having me on the set today, Emore'J.
You're more than welcome.
I watch your videos. They're crazy, but they're to the point, which is a great thing. But again, I'm originally from Houston, Texas. I've been to DC for about 2 years now, and I just recently got back into modeling in April, man.
In April,
Yeah,
okay.
I started out in Houston, didn't really do too much with it because my head was in a different place.
Okay, so tell me, question, why DC? Most people go to New York or Los Angeles, so tell us, why the DMV?
I mean, when I originally moved here, man, I didn't move here to model. I actually moved here just for something different. Out of Texas, born and raised there, just wanted to get out. My best friend, he's been here for 5 years now. So since then, I've been here quite a few times. So it was just like a real easy transition.
Okay, so you pursue modeling in DC. So tell us about the projects. How do you feel about the projects in DC? Do you think that, would you recommend more aspiring models to come to DC? What is your take on that?
Well, it depends on, what your passion is, man. I mean, if you're extremely passionate about what you're doing and trying to perfect your craft, then I would say, go to the place where it's going to really benefit you the most. DC is an up-and-coming market, but it's not that market yet.
It's definitely changing.
Right.
You're right. So, in most of my videos, I talk about, charity work, volunteer work, free work. Do you think that in this area, as in being a model yourself, that it always seems like producers or people that are putting together events or productions, things of that nature, they're always wanting something for free, even when you know that they can pay for it? Do you always feel like it's always like a volunteer or a charity or exposure kind of little run over they give you? Do you feel like it's that?
Well, this is my take on it, man. Being that I got back into modeling in April, I really used the opportunity to actually get out there and do these shows and do these, photo shoots for free, just to get me back in the game.
Yeah, so time to build a hype about yourself.
Exactly, right, man. I use DC for what they were offering me for.
Exactly. Okay.
So I'm taking what I've taken, got from DC. I've got my game back on, and I'm taking it to New York, man.
So that's excellent. So pretty much you just use those. You kind of just use all those free projects and things to kind of like build that repertoire for yourself, such as with your portfolio, and you'll see some of the pictures too, ladies. Hey. So to build those pictures up and to build your runway skills and things like that up and things. So I mean, that's good that you use those free opportunities in a positive aspect because most people don't feel that way. They just hop on the scene. I should be getting paid. I should be getting paid.
Right.
Well, you gotta have a reason to get paid.
But I will say this, I mean, if you're going to model in D.C., do not get stuck in D.C.
Hey, buy plane tickets and AirTran.
Right, exactly. Do not get stuck here. Fellas, if the ladies love you on the runway because you're half naked, there is no excuse not to have a portfolio book when there's so many hungry photographers out here in this area that's willing to shoot you for free.
Yeah, there are a lot of great free working photographers in this area.
Right.
So my next question that I want to ask you is that, we know that you came here, like you recently just got here, but you've blown up so fast and you've actually gotten into acting. You know, you went from modeling to acting. Hey, what's next? Singing and dance? But no. So we know that there's some projects that you're working on. So in you know, in short detail, tell us about the 2 projects that you're working on, such as Anacostia, which is right from the DMV area, which is going to be on the Comcast network, I believe. So tell us, like, what is that show about? Like, why should we tune in? You know, because there's a lot of hood shows that come out of DC, and I don't want to be saying that mess. So why should we tune into Anacostia?
Well, first of all, Anacostia is not, although it has the name of the local DC neighborhood here, but it's not to be portrayed as that neighborhood.
School me.
Anacostia, I mean, it's really going to display all sorts of different, it's a drama. It's one of the few black dramas that we currently have around right now. It is, and there's something for everyone within the show. Okay. There's an alcoholic, there's a gay relationship.
Hey, drunks and gays, you can't get better than that. Go ahead. Okay.
I mean, there's a lot going on, but it's definitely entertaining, and it was, you know, fun. You know, definitely being on set, man, as my first acting opportunity.
Filming, and you're in a sitcom. Are you one of the leading characters, or are you like one of the people just serving drinks in the background?
I'm actually one of the leading characters. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what's Jeez, I need to get me an assignment. Okay, so there's one more project that you're doing. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, this is called Education of a Model.
Education.
It's been shot here in the DMV area. The purpose of this show is just to show what aspiring models go through to actually be successful.
Okay, so it's like a top model with a twist.
There's always a twist.
I'm sure. But okay, so who's actually the head producer of this show?
Well, his name is Darren Carrington. He's actually cast producer.
Oh,
he's the executive producer of Cast Collection Inc. So they got together, you know, came up with this great concept, which also would give, you know, models here in the local area, you know, the opportunity to actually get exposed. And from the looks of it, HBO may be picking up the actual reality show.
I did hear of that. Yeah. So look out for that as well for HBO. And if you can Google that, what's the name of it again? Education of a Model.
Google
that and write in and to support this show, because we do want to see, you know, more black models featured out there, because you don't see them in the mainstream media. But on to another subject, okay, which I'm sure most of my ladies want to know about. And it's this body, this art, this piece of living flesh work. So, like, now, how did you get this together? Like, were you one of those little fat kids in high school that everybody teased on? I was like, oh, I'm going to rebel, man, I'm going to rebel. So you just went to the gym and just pumped up? Or was it like always just this natural, this, you know, sex appeal going on? You just walk through the hallways and just, hey, Jermaine, hey.
Well, it's funny you ask, man, because I'm naturally a slim guy. And I've never really enjoyed being slim. So when I originally got into modeling in Houston, and my whole focus was on tattoos and building up muscle. So they told me.
I need to get into these tattoos too. Show them these tattoos. Well, if you got the camera angle right, you can just stand up.
I have a total of 9. This is the biggest. I have this here represents my zodiac sign. I'm a Leo. Tribal art. I have Vin Diesel, the Triple X. And my favorite is this half of a face. Can you see that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I love art, so I love tattoos. So the agency I was with in Houston, they wanted me to stop getting tattoos, stop getting bigger. So which is why I originally fell out of modeling. But as everyone knows, modeling, the industry changes so fast. And tattoos are in now. And
yeah, definitely. You got your Amber Rose sporting tattoos and wedding dresses.
Exactly.
Can't go wrong with that these days.
So, I mean, that's it. I mean, as far as my body, man, I just, I've always kind of, you know, try to maintain and have good balanced diet. But I don't take any protein supplements. But I intake a lot of protein.
Hydroxycut.